Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the pain, the itching, and the burning that have been haunting you for months are finally gone. No fear when you sit, no discomfort after using the bathroom, just relief. For many people living with hemorrhoids, that moment feels impossible. They've tried creams, pills, even strange home remedies, yet the problem always comes back. It's as if the body refuses to heal, no matter what you do. But what if I told you that the real solution has been in your hands all along? Something you see every day, touch every day, and throw away without even thinking about it. A natural substance that quietly carries the exact nutrients your veins have been begging for. The missing piece your body needs to repair itself from the inside out. Every day, millions of people across the world unknowingly discard one of nature's most powerful healing tools. And that single habit could be the reason your hemorrhoids never truly go away. Because the truth is, the body already knows how to heal. It doesn't need chemicals or injections or surgery. It needs the right building blocks. And sometimes, those building blocks are hiding in the most ordinary places. Think about it. When you peel a fruit, strain a juice, or trim a vegetable, what do you do with what's left? You toss it in the trash, right? But that discarded part, the peel, the fiber, the pulp, may actually be the richest source of nutrients that your veins, your intestines, and your blood vessels crave. Nature designed those parts not as waste, but as medicine. Medicine that modern life has taught us to throw away. Here at Relief Health, we believe that healing begins when you start to listen to what your body's been trying to tell you, when you stop ignoring the signals and start giving it what it truly needs. In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly what this forgotten natural compound is, how it works inside your body, and why it's been quietly holding the key to your recovery all this time. But before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Every week we share science-backed insights that help you restore your health naturally, not with quick fixes, but with real, lasting change. Because your body deserves more than relief. It deserves renewal. For years, people have been told the same thing. Apply this cream and your problem will go away. Or take this pill twice a day and you'll finally be fine. But if that were true, hemorrhoids would be a thing of the past. Instead, millions of people keep buying new creams, new ointments, new hopes, only to end up right where they started, trapped in the same painful cycle. That's because most treatments are designed to silence the symptom, not solve the cause. They numb the burning, reduce the swelling, or stop the bleeding temporarily. But deep beneath the surface, the real problem keeps growing stronger. The veins around your rectum are still weak, the blood is still congested, and the inflammation is still simmering quietly, waiting to flare up again. The truth is, hemorrhoids aren't just a skin irritation. They're a signal from your body, a cry for better circulation, for balance, for nutrition. When your diet lacks certain fibers and minerals, when the walls of your veins are starved of oxygen, and when your gut is filled with toxins that should have been eliminated, those fragile veins start to collapse under pressure. No cream on earth can repair that from the outside. Healing has to come from within, through nourishment, not suppression. And here's where it gets fascinating. Every day, your body produces and consumes countless compounds that could help this recovery. But the one that makes the biggest difference, the one that actually strengthens veins and restores balance, is often thrown away without a second thought. It's in the skins of fruits you peel, the pulp you discard, the fiber you filter out. Those parts contain bioactive compounds like flavonoids and natural antioxidants that directly target the inflammation behind hemorrhoids. So while you spend money on products made in a lab, nature has been quietly offering you the same healing agents, free, abundant, and already on your plate. You just have to stop throwing them away, because your veins don't need another chemical numbing cream. They need support, they need circulation, they need nourishment. And the moment you understand how to give your body what it's been missing, everything changes. The pain fades, the swelling subsides, and for the first time in months now, or maybe years, you feel like yourself again. In the next part, we'll look deeper into what actually causes the veins to break down and how one overlooked natural element can rebuild them from within. The science behind circulation and recovery that explains why so many people keep suffering, even when they think they're doing everything right. To understand why hemorrhoids appear and why they refuse to go away, you have to look at one simple truth. Blood must move. When circulation slows down, everything in the body suffers. Tissues weaken, waste accumulates, and inflammation takes over. And nowhere is this more visible than in the delicate veins around the rectum. Veins designed to carry blood smoothly, not to bear constant pressure or congestion. Each time you sit for long hours, strain in the bathroom, or eat foods low in fiber, the blood flow to this area becomes restricted. The veins swell, the tissue stretches, and the walls begin to lose elasticity. That's when discomfort begins. The burning, the itching, the pressure that feels impossible to relieve. Now here's what's truly fascinating. Inside those swollen veins, your body is actually trying to repair itself. It sends immune cells to fight inflammation, and it attempts to rebuild the damaged tissue. But it can only do that if it has the right materials. Think of your veins as tiny roads. If they're cracked, blocked, or missing essential nutrients, the traffic slows down and healing stalls. That's where the natural compounds you've been throwing away come in. They contain bioflavonoids, rutin, and fiber, three of the most important substances for vascular repair. Bioflavonoids act as natural anti-inflammatories. They calm the irritation that causes pain and swelling. Rutin strengthens the walls of veins, restoring their elasticity and preventing them from collapsing under pressure. And fiber, the very substance most people filter out of juices and meals, is what gives your intestines the power to move waste efficiently, reducing the strain that creates hemorrhoids in the first place. When you remove these from your diet, you take away the body's tools for self-healing. You leave the roads broken and expect the traffic to flow, but when you put them back, even in small amounts, everything starts to change. The inflammation softens, the pressure decreases, and the body finally does what it was meant to do: recover naturally. This is the science that modern medicine often overlooks, because it's not about fighting your body, it's about supporting it. Once you start feeding your veins, rather than medicating your symptoms, your recovery stops being a dream and becomes a biological process, something predictable, measurable, and lasting. In the next part, we'll finally reveal what that forgotten compound actually is, the one thing you've been throwing away every day, and how reintroducing it can completely transform your intestinal and vascular health. Every day, people peel, cut, or strain their food, and unknowingly throw away the most medicinal part of what they eat. The skins of fruits, the fibers of vegetables, the pulps of juices, those simple leftovers that most consider waste, are actually nature's purest repair kit. Inside them lie compounds like hesperidin, quercetin, and pectin, elements that directly support vascular regeneration. These natural molecules strengthen your veins, improve microcirculation, and fight inflammation at its root. They don't just cover the pain, they rebuild the structure that prevents the pain from ever returning. Think about orange peels, apple skins, and vegetable fibers. When you throw them away, you're discarding the richest concentration of flavonoids on Earth, the same substances that pharmaceutical companies extract to create expensive vein supplements. Yet nature gives them to you freely every single day. Let's take citrus peels, for example. They're filled with diosmin and hesperidin, two natural chemicals proven to strengthen blood vessels and improve venous tone. These compounds have been shown in studies to reduce swelling, lower inflammation, and even prevent hemorrhoids from worsening. When you juice an orange and discard the peel, you're not just losing flavor, you're losing medicine. Or consider apple skins and vegetable fibers. They contain pectin, a powerful soluble fiber that keeps your intestines moving, prevents constipation, and reduces the pressure that makes hemorrhoids flare up. Without this fiber, waste stagnates in your gut, toxins irritate your veins, and inflammation has the perfect environment to grow. What's even more remarkable is how quickly the body responds once you reintroduce these forgotten foods. People who start blending whole fruits instead of straining them often notice that their digestion improves, their discomfort decreases, and their energy levels rise. That's not magic, that's physiology. When the body receives what it's been missing, it heals. So the secret that could cure your hemorrhoids naturally isn't locked inside a laboratory. It's hiding in your kitchen, in the parts you've been told to throw away. It's the peel you remove, The fiber you strain, the skin you forget. The same materials that once protected the fruit from harm can now protect your veins from inflammation and pain. Nature has always been generous, but modern habits made us blind to its design. We learned to value what's soft, easy and polished, and to discard what's coarse, fibrous or bitter. Yet, those rough parts carry the strength your body has been begging for. And when you start honoring that wisdom again, when you stop throwing away what heals you, the body responds in ways that no medication ever could. The swelling fades, the itching disappears, the pain stops, and your body, quietly and patiently, returns to balance. In the next part, we'll talk about how to put this revelation into practice. Simple ways to reintroduce these natural fibers and compounds into your routine safely and effectively, so your body can begin repairing itself every single day. Now that you know what's been missing, the next question is simple. How do you use it? How do you turn something you've always thrown away into a tool for healing? The answer starts with awareness. Every time you prepare a meal, look at what ends up in the trash. That's the first step. Those orange peels, apple skins, vegetable stalks and leafy ends, they're not waste. They're nutrients your body has been quietly begging for. The goal isn't to change your entire diet overnight. It's to start reclaiming what nature already gave you. Here's how you can do it safely and naturally. Start your mornings with a simple blend. 1 apple with the skin on, a slice of orange with a bit of the peel, a handful of spinach, and a small piece of ginger. This single drink delivers more anti-inflammatory compounds and soluble fiber than most supplements on the market. It helps your intestines move smoothly, it strengthens your veins, and it lowers the internal pressure that fuels hemorrhoids. At lunch, make a conscious effort to include raw vegetables with their skins. Carrots, cucumbers, and zucchinis hold essential fibers just beneath the surface. When you peel them, you lose the very element that keeps your blood vessels strong. By eating them whole, you're not only nourishing your digestion, you're rebuilding the foundation of your circulatory health. And in the evening, before bed, drink a glass of warm water with a squeeze of lemon, with a small piece of the zest left inside. That thin layer of zest contains hesperidin, one of the most powerful vein-strengthening compounds ever discovered. It gently supports your blood flow overnight, helping your body repair while you rest. This isn't about creating a complicated routine. It's about rediscovering the wisdom of simplicity. The very act of eating whole foods, of using what you once threw away, is a declaration of respect for your body's natural intelligence. Some people start noticing relief in just a few weeks. The itching softens, the swelling reduces, and bathroom visits stop being moments of fear and pain. Others take a bit longer, but what matters isn't the speed, it's the direction. Because every day that you feed your body correctly, you're building new tissue, new strength, new balance. And perhaps the most beautiful part of this process is that it doesn't just heal hemorrhoids. It improves your gut health, stabilizes your digestion, and enhances your overall circulation. When your blood flows freely and your intestines move as they should, everything else follows: energy, clarity, and comfort. So the next time you're about to peel an apple or throw away that pulp, stop for a second and remember, what you're holding in your hands isn't garbage, it's medicine. It's the simplest form of therapy nature ever created, and it's been waiting for you to notice it. In the final part, we'll close this journey by talking about what happens when you make this new awareness a daily habit. The transformation that comes when you trust your body again and allow nature to guide your healing. There's a quiet moment that happens when healing finally begins. When you realize that your body isn't broken, it was just waiting for you to listen. The first signs are subtle. You wake up lighter. The discomfort that once followed you everywhere starts to fade. Using the bathroom no longer feels like a battle. Sitting down no longer fills you with dread. And little by little, the fear that ruled your days begins to disappear. This is what happens when you stop fighting against your body and start working with it. When you replace chemicals with nourishment, panic with patience, and pain with understanding, you begin to see that health isn't something to be chased, it's something to be restored. The simple habit of keeping what you once threw away does more than heal hemorrhoids. It reminds you of a truth that modern life made us forget. Your body is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. It doesn't want to suffer. It wants to heal. And when you give it the tools it needs, the fibers, the antioxidants, the natural compounds that strengthen and protect, it rewards you with balance, comfort, and freedom. Imagine living each day without that dull, constant pain. Imagine being able to sit, walk, and move without thinking about it. Imagine enjoying meals without fear of what will come after. That isn't a fantasy. It's the body's default state when given the chance to recover. At Relief Health, our mission has always been to remind people that true recovery isn't found in a bottle or a prescription. It's found in awareness, consistency, and the wisdom of nature. And sometimes, the most powerful change doesn't come from adding something new, but from stopping what you've been doing wrong, like throwing away what was meant to heal you. So as you leave this video, carry this thought with you. Every time you choose to nourish instead of numb, you're rewriting your body's story. You're replacing fear with strength. You're choosing to heal. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need it. You never know whose life you might change with a simple truth. And don't forget to subscribe to Relief Health, where every week we help you reconnect with your body's natural intelligence. Because healing isn't a miracle, it's your nature.